Welcome back. So again, Pankaj from Sons of Technologies, and in this video we will be looking about which is the root class for all the classes in Java, and not only the answer for only root class, but even which all the other root classes we have in Java, or we can say the super classes for many of the categories in Java. Let's see. Let's see in this session root classes in Java. So one of the root class for all the classes in Java is object class. Object class is the one which belongs to java.lang package, and by default it is a super class for all the classes in Java. Means all the inbuilt classes extends from this class, as well as if you create your own class without extending anything, by default it belongs to this class. Then the second one is throwable. This is a super class for all the errors and exceptions in Java. Then if you have any event based application, then all event classes in Java extends from event object. And the last, if you have any numeric wrapper class, all the numeric wrapper classes extends from number class. So this is all about the super classes present in Java. Like super classes, we have super interfaces, among which the first one is runnable interface. This is the super interface for all thread related classes. So any class which needs to be a thread should implement this runnable interface directly or indirectly. Then for all serializable objects, we need to implement serializable interface. This is also an example of marker interface in Java. Then if you have any collection related class, then for almost collection framework classes, we have iterable as an interface. And for all the resource related classes, like example, either if you are doing IO programming or SQL programming or network programming using socket classes, then you will find an auto closable interface will be implemented by all of these classes, because it needs to release the resources or deallocate the resources whichever is allocated at the time of creating these objects or while utilizing these objects. So auto closable will have a close method which is automatically being called. Now let's see practically all of these things. To see the demo, let's go back to our Java FAQ folder and opening this folder in command prompt. Let me write here a program, notepad abc.java. Yes, I have opened this file, and here I am writing just a normal class. Again, you can notice I have not written anything inside this class. It's just an empty class. Already we have seen that when we compile this .java file, we are going to get the .class file. So here is the .class file which is created. Coming back to this prompt, and here I am going to type javap space abc. You can notice one thing, it is not showing me anything else except the structure of ABC with the default constructor. The reason is because I am using here a version of Java that is version 1.8, and version 7 onwards it will not show you some extra details which are over there with the class. Like example, the class extends from object class. Even though in version 7 and 8 it is extending object class, but it will not display. Just to see with proof, I will set here the path to JDK 1.6. Yeah, so I am setting it to JDK 1.6. After setting it to the Java 1.6 path, let's check out by executing the same command javap space abc. And this time you can notice, yes, by default my class abc extends from object class. And again, to show you here, you can check that my class is empty here. I have not written anything like a super class for my class ABC here in the program, but yes, it is by default extending. Not only this ABC class, even let me show you doing the same thing with many inbuilt classes like JavaP, java.lang. Thread class. Now if you see thread class, by default the thread class also extends from object class. Similarly, let's do the same thing with string class, and let's check out above that string class also extends from object class. And then let's take the util dot date class, and you can notice even the date class extends from java.lang. Object class. So this proves that let it be inbuilt class or user defined class, every class by default extends from the object class, either directly or indirectly, they all comes under this object class. Then our next thing, which is the super class or root class for all the errors and exceptions. Let's check that. We know the super class for all the errors is error class, and for all the checked and unchecked exceptions we have exception class. Now let's check by typing JavaP that which is the super class for even, error and exception class. By typing java.lang.error, so you can see it extends throwable class, and even by typing java.lang.exception. So we can notice here that both of these classes extends from throwable class. So hence throwable is the super class for all the errors and exceptions in Java. Then our next thing, that is the event classes. Now when we say event handling or event classes in Java, generally all these belong to AWT package. So AWT event package contains many classes, okay, for event handling. Like example, action event. If you click on the button, if I press enter here, you can see action event class extends from AWT event. Then let's check similarly for item event. This is another event which is generated when you select a checkbox. Now if I press enter, that also extends AWT event. And then let me take another one, adjustment event. Now even adjustment event extends from AWT event. So all these three classes extends from AWT event. Now let's finally check what AWT event extends from. And if you see, AWT event class extends from java.util.event object. So hence this shows or proves that event object class is the super class for all the event related classes in Java. And then let's see the another class, which is the super class for all numeric wrapper classes. So here I am taking JavaP, java.lang.integer. This is one of the numeric wrapper class, and if you see, integer class extends number class. Similarly, if I type here byte, byte also extends from number class. Similarly, if I type here short, you can notice short also extends number class. Similarly, long also you can type, and I am typing here float. Yes, float also extends number class. And let's take finally double. So double class also extends number class. So likewise you can try with any of the numeric wrapper class. You will find number class is the super class for all these classes. Then now let's come to the super interfaces, means the parent interfaces for most of the classes. Now we know if we want to create a thread, then we generally extend the thread class. But let's check out what thread class extends or implements from. So java.lang.thread. So when you type thread class, you can see here the Java thread class implements from runnable interface. So runnable is one of the root API for all the thread related objects. Similarly, let's see serialization. Now there are many classes which are serializable. Like example, we have JavaP. Let's take java.util.date. So date class can be serialized. Serialization means we can persist the object in the secondary storage. So date class is something which we can persist. The reason, because date class implements serializable. Similarly, let's take another one. let's type java.lang.string. So see here, the string class also implements serializable interface. Likewise, you can check with any of the wrapper class. Let's take integer class. Integer class extends number, as already we have seen, but number class, if you see, number class, that number class implements serializable, means all numeric wrapper classes is serializable by default. And then let's see one of the collection framework class as well by typing util.linked. And if I come at top, the linked list also implements, you can see this is actually for serializable. So if I scroll to the end, yes, it is java.io.serializable. The continuation of that here. So similarly, you can check with all the other wrapper classes. So all wrapper classes also implement serializable interface. So this is for all the objects which need to be serialized. Serializable interface is the root API for all of them. Let's move on to collection framework classes. Now for collection framework classes, we have the root API, which is the collection interface itself. If I type javap java.util.set, you can see set extends from collection interface. Then we have list, which also extends from collection interface. And then there is queue, which also extends from collection interface. So hence some of the people say collection interface is the super API for all the collection framework classes. But let's check out the collection interface itself extends from what. So if I press enter, you can see here the collection interface extends from iterable. So iterable is the super interface for all those collection framework classes which can be iterated. So let's see now about the last API, that is auto closable. And auto closable interface is implemented by all those classes which have allocated some resources. So whenever we want to deallocate some resources automatically, or whenever the close method is called, then generally auto closable's close method will be invoked. So let's see that. javap java.io.reader. So reader is a super class for all IO related classes which are meant for reading in character stream. So you can see here reader implements closable. Similarly, we have writer class, which is to write in character stream, and if I type, even writer implements closable. Similarly, we can check for java.net.socket. The socket class here, which is for network programming, also implements closable. And finally, let's see SQL.connection. And here we can see the connection extends auto closable. So we can notice all the other APIs, means all the other classes were implementing closable interface, but directly here we can see the connection API is implementing auto closable. But now which one is the super API, either auto closable or closable? To check that, let's take here the closable interface of IO package and then type the same thing here by using javap command, javap of closable, and then when we press enter, so we can notice here that closable also extends from auto closable. So this shows that auto closable is the root API for all such classes which belongs to IO programming, network programming or SQL programming. One more point to add up here, that you will find this auto closable interface as a root API for closable interface in the version 7 and above. If you try to do the same thing with version 6, you will find only closable as a root API, because in version 7 we have got a new feature called as try with resources. So try with resources is nothing but the block which will automatically invoke the close method of this auto closable interface. So what is try with resources, we'll be discussing later. So hope the root APIs, it could be classes or interfaces, is clear to everyone. Thank you. See you with next question.